Okay. Remember how I said Ramana said that Kundalini is paramount to realization, and Mooji dismisses it as child's play, so beyond it. Well, I'm going to read you a few of the excerpts. You can look it up for yourself and see if I'm lying or not. But let's check against what Mooji, this supposed lineage of Ramana, what he said. Remember what he said? Kundalini, child's play. I'm so beyond that. Okay. Kundalini's nothing. It's an experience. It's nothing more. This is Mooji's take. Now let's look at the Master Ramanas' take on Kundalini. Okay. This is, you can look, Talks with Sri Ramana Maharishi, page 313. We'll start at 345. Sri Bhagavan continued after interval, destroy the power of mind by seeking it. When the mind is examined, its activities cease automatically. And yes, this is part of the journey. Like I said, you have to sit and observe. Watch what comes and goes. Watch how mind affects emotions. Emotions affect the physiology in the body. Only in watching these things and questioning at a deep level will it break through the illusion that's going on. So let's continue. When the mind is examined, its activities cease automatically. Looking for the source of mind is another method. The source may be said to be God or self or consciousness. Concentrating on one thought, all other thoughts disappear. Finally, that thought also disappears. It is necessary to be aware while controlling thoughts, otherwise it will lead to sleep. So, how to seek the mind? Breath control may do as an aid, but it can never lead to the goal itself. While doing it mechanically, take care to be alert in mind and remember the I thought and seek its source. Or as I say, question, what is this I? What is this I? Then you will find where the breath sinks. There, the I thought arises. They sink and rise together. The I thought also will sink along with the breath. Simultaneously, another luminous and infinite I, a luminous, infinite I will manifest, and it will be continuous and unbroken. Now, when he speaks of that I, he's speaking of that is, not the ego I. So let's continue forward. That is the goal. It goes by different names. And what are those names? God, self, with the big S, self, not the ego self, not the illusion of mental drama, It's that which is that life-giving energy of self. Kundalini Shakti. What's that? God, the great self. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Bye. Sorry about that. It goes by different names. God, self, Kundalini Shakti, consciousness, etc., etc. When the attempt is made, it will of itself. What? Kundalini Shakti? It will of itself take you to the goal? Oh, I'm so beyond that. That's just an experience. That's nothing. Mooji is all wet. He doesn't know what he is speaking of. Okay? So again, if you want to look it up for yourself, page 313, number 345. Okay? That direct consciousness, that unmitigated consciousness is Kundalini Shakti, that one that is awakened. Okay. Now, page 358. Verse 392. We'll just cut to the chase of this. I could read all of this, and part of it I may go over later. But, verse 392, page 358, Swami Loksananda continued another series of questions. They say that Kundalini must be roused before realization, and that its awakening makes the body feel hot. Is that so? Now let's see. Did Ramana dismiss it? Does he laugh it off as child's play? So beyond it. Okay? Let's see what he has to say. The yogis call it Kundalini Shakti. It is the same as vritti, or of vritti of the form of God. It is the same as vritti of the form of God. Bhagavakara vritti of the bhaktas, and vritti of the form of Brahman. Brahmakara vritti of the jnanis, and it must be preliminary to realization. Oh, what was that? It's an experience. Negate it. It's nothing. No, it must be preliminary to realization. The sensation produced may be said to be hot. Okay. And then the guy goes on to say, Kundalini is said to be the shape of a serpent, but vrittis cannot be so. Maharishi goes on, the Kundalini of Gyan Marg is said to be the heart. This is why my students are starting in the heart, and they complete in the heart. They are not doing third eye meditations. They are doing meditation from the heart center. It's where the Kundalini must arise from and go back to. So let's continue forward. He said, Kundalini of Gyan Marg is said to be the heart, which is also described in various ways as a network of nadis of the shape of a serpent or of a lotus bud, etc. Is this heart the same as the physiological heart? No. Sri Ramana Gita defines it as the origin of the I thought. The origin of the I thought. This is why you continue to focus where the I thought merges and where the I thought recedes, sinks into oblivion. He said, but I read it's on the right of the chest. Maharishi goes on to explain, it is all meant to help with the bhavana, the imagery. There are books dealing with the centers, Shad Chakra, and many other centers, lakshas, internal and external. The description of the heart is one among so many of the lakshas, but it is not necessary. It is only the source of the I thought. That is the ultimate truth. Okay. Then it goes on to understand more of it, and it goes also into the samadhis. There's the Savakalpa samadhis, the Nirvikalpa samadhis. When Nirvikalpa is when there is no awareness of this external world. And then there is the Sahaj Nirvikalpa samadhi, which is realization, the ongoing experience, the ongoing isness of Advaita. Without effort, Sahaj, without effort, the effortless samadhi. That's why people ask if I meditate. Why? No, there's no, the mind is still, that's meditation. Effortless, Sahaj, Nirvikalpa samadhi, it's what remains. Okay? So, you know, these satsang sellers that you want to sit there and grok everything that they're saying because they dress, you know, a certain way, they talk a certain way, they seem so elevated. Don't judge a book by its cover. It may have a glorious cover, but inside there's nothing. It's a fantasy. It's a jumbled mess of ideations, limited experience that's being projected as if it is of the whole, and it is not complete. When you have somebody that claims to be of the lineage of Ramana, yet they dispel what Ramana himself is saying, and they claim to be a realized master. Oh, I guess maybe he's beyond Ramana. Okay? Ramana he didn't know what he was talking about. Okay? That's it. Go to Mooji. Mooji's much more a realized master than Ramana ever was. But if Mooji is higher than Ramana, then why does he hold to that as his lineage? Okay? Think about that. So these satsang sellers that claim to be in Advaita, accessing genuine Advaita, yet they poo-poo Kundalini that must be awakened, that must be a precursor to realization, then where are they really? Not where they think they are. Not where they are pretending to be. Not what they are projecting to the world. They are fake counterfeits. Maybe they're quite sincere, but it's a counterfeit. It is not the real deal. So I'm going to leave this here. Check it for yourself. Talks with Sri Ramana Maharishi. Okay? You're already that. There's nothing to get. There's nowhere to go. You cannot think your way there. You cannot conceptualize your way there. It is a process of neti, not this, not this, not this. Things need to be pulled away, pulled away, pulled away, pulled away. Not grown in a mind of fantasy. That is not moksha. Okay. Have a good day. You know, I'm here to give the truth. I'm not here to give fantasy. I want to see people get to liberation, to genuine moksha, not part of the way there, and abdicate the rest of the path. Because the path of Kundalini is not easy. It is a very difficult journey. Very difficult journey. Can take lifetimes to complete. But it is the only way to realization. It is the precursor. It is that awakening of that God energy of consciousness. That consciousness, which is like a roto-rooter going through all the levels and layers of what they call, aka the chakra system, but they are just levels and layers of consciousness. Okay. Survival, flight or flight, you know, what you're saying, what your heart, it's all of those things. And those must be transitioned before one can get to realization. And that's the truth of the path and the journey. Namaste. Have a great day.